All right, we are recording. Awesome. Okay, welcome to our Sunday night Sparta Nation team call. And as I said earlier, I know there are people that are watching it in the team page as well, since we're streaming live over there. But those of you on the Zoom have opportunity to ask questions via the chat and to win prizes at the end. So there's always an advantage to being over here where the action is live. I thought I had everyone muted, but not quite. It sounds like I've still got, so if you don't see yourself muted, make sure that you are. I thought I caught everyone, but maybe not. Okay, and in a couple minutes, I'll lock it down so that, so whoever is on here is on here. But we've got, this is our giveaway tonight. It's called Build to Last, written by a fellow Beachbody coach about building this business. And I have tonight 3 copies of these to give away to coaches who are live on Zoom tonight. So April will be helping me with that a little bit later tonight. So to be respectful of everyone's time, we're going to dive in and get started right away. You know who our guest speaker is tonight. Longtime success partner, more importantly, longtime friend, Danielle, and I feel like we've sort of known each other our entire lives. And now she's moved to Las Vegas. So now it's like she's forcing me to go to this town that I don't really love. She's making me come to Vegas and showing me the real Vegas so that I will like it and stay in her beautiful new home where they've settled in after Summit. So top 10 coach. You guys know who Danielle is. You've watched her. You've worked out with her. You know our relationship and our friendship. And she's graciously sharing a little bit of her time with us tonight. And our focus tonight is Success Club. And frankly, whatever else she wants to talk about. Because if someone's going to share their time with us, I say share what's on your heart. Whatever you want to share. So it's recording, it's streaming, we're live, we're doing all the things. Danielle, I'm gonna mute myself, and everyone remember, hit speaker view so you lose the Brady Bunch and you see her.
Awesome, well, thank you. You know, I thought the same thing you did, Julie, and now that I'm here, the Strip is such a tiny part of Las Vegas, and so yes, I can't wait for you to come out here one day and to see what the city truly has to offer. But with that being said, I am super honored to speak to you guys tonight. You know, it's funny, I was actually cleaning out Evernote because I'm switching to something called Good Notes, and I stumbled upon it, actually read it out loud to Darren tonight. My first batch of notes I had written when I decided to start working with Julie. And it was just interesting how much of that has changed and how many of those goals have been knocked out. You guys are just super fortunate to have such an incredible leader in Julie. But she asked me to kind of, you know, put a little fire under you guys and also to just talk about keeping it simple and not having to do all these extra things. And that's actually something I'm extremely passionate about when it comes to this business. I am not one who loves graphics. I am not one who loves being in a ton of groups. I don't run sneak peeks. I'm not telling you not to. But for me, this business, almost 10 years, it'll be 10 years in April. And, you know, like Julie said, I've been top 10 twice. I am, you know, we secured already for this year 8 times elite. I'm a superstar diamond 2, you know, like name all the cool, fun things. Like we've done that. And it's all been done based on really this idea of keeping it very basic. One of the things that really set my soul on fire was when corporate came out and said, you know what, guys? We're revamping the coach onboarding process. We realized that we overcomplicated it, and what we did is instead of empowering new coaches to get started, we froze them with too much information. So we're going to pull all that back and really just hone in on keeping it simple. And so I want to share that with you today. And you're like, well, how can you share it, keep it simple? Well, one, I want to start by just kind of reframing your brain around it. And then, of course, two, I want to give you some applicable things that you can take away and can start implementing first thing tomorrow morning. So I want to paint a picture for you, okay? New restaurant comes up into town, into Indianapolis, right there in Carmel, Indiana. New restaurant comes to town, and Julie goes to this restaurant, and she is just so stoked about it. She walks in, and it is beautiful. She sits down and the wait staff is so friendly and so welcoming and so inviting. The food is amazing. Like you're like, cannot wait to come back and try all the rest of the things on the menu. So that night you leave and you text somebody, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to check out this new restaurant. It is so amazing. I love it. I can't wait to go back. You love it so much that when it's date night with your husband, you tell him, listen, I went to this restaurant with a friend. We have to go. I promise you're going to love it. So you go, you sit down, and time number 2, it's even better than time number 1. You feel at home, you feel welcomed, it's starting to feel like a place that you want to come back to again and again, and your husband loves it. So now he's telling all his friends to come, and you're telling all your friends to come. And then actually, somebody is having a birthday party. So you suggest to all your girlfriends that you guys all go to dinner there. And when you go, you're so excited because there's actually a wait, which is a good thing, because that means this business isn't going to shut its doors anytime soon. So it's thriving and it's bustling, and it's just like, you could not be happier. You see your favorite server over, and she rushes over to wait on you, and she already knows what you want to drink. She remembers what your favorite orders are. And you are just starting to think, wow, this place is something. Like, this restaurant is going to be around in this town for a really long time, and I can't wait to tell everybody about it. Matter of fact, the next time you come, they've started adding entertainment on the weekends. There is live singing now on the weekends, and it has become just this place that everybody in the city is talking about. Everybody wants to go to. Whenever you have people visit in from out of town, the first thing you do is you're like, I want to take you to this restaurant. This is what represents my city. So when Julie visits me, I have a place that we take every single person already here in Las Vegas that kind of fits that bill. Well, how does this relate to coaching? You guys, that is coaching. Nobody had to tell you how to share that favorite restaurant, because you've all done that. No one told you, okay, I'm going to need them out. I know you really liked this new restaurant. What I'm going to need you to do is go to YouTube, and I want you to watch these 4 videos on how to share your restaurant, okay? And after you watch these 4 videos, I want you to make a list of the 20 people you're going to tell about this restaurant. Now, after you make this list of the 20 people you're going to tell this restaurant about, what I want you to do is I want you to send them a message inviting them to check out this restaurant, okay? Now, the other thing that I would like you to do in sharing this restaurant is I'd like you to set into your calendar a day where you can do a sneak peek into why you like this restaurant. And what I'd like for you to do is I'd like you to invite all these people into this group, and you're going to share videos over the next 3 days of some of the menu items, why you like the restaurant, who your favorite server is. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? So why do we need to do that with our coaching business? So let me peel this back a little bit for a second. Team Beachbody has been around for, I think, like 12 years now, going on 13, okay? But before that, Beachbody has been around since $1 Million Body, since like 1996, the year I graduated high school, okay? And the reason that Carl said to John, hey, I think there's a second business opportunity here, is not because there was people like having to do all these crazy things to share Beachbody. There was one thing. It was called a message board. That was it. And on this message board, every single day, people went to it for no reason other than to share their success, to ask questions, to be support for one another. These message boards were so bustling that Carl literally said, I want to build an entire business around what's happening on these message boards. Those 41 founding coaches came from those message boards. They were already our customers who were slaying the game with P90X, and they were telling the entire freaking world about it for free. For free. That idea was so brilliant that Carl said, okay, so these people get results. Those results, they go then share with their friends. This spreads the message of what we're trying to do. Well, and they're doing it for free. I wonder how it would change if we gave them a little bit of financial kickback, which kind of became our wheel, right? It's, nutrition, fitness, nutrition, support, and financial reward. Those 4 things make up our circle of Team Beachbody. So back then on those message boards, nobody had to say, go find a YouTube video about how to tell your friend how you're rocking your P90X results. Now, granted, YouTube may not have been as, much of a thing back then, but you see where I'm going with this. Somewhere along the way, we muddied the waters. Somewhere along the way, we got so far from just be proof the products work and shout that from the rooftops that we've made it where coaches sign up and get overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. And when you suggest that the do is work on them, they're like, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, you must have misunderstood me. What YouTube video can I watch? What training do you have? What scripts do you have? But really, where the work starts is on you. If you really think about it, your number one job every day is to make yourself the absolute best version of you possible. And in turn, when you do that, others take notice. Be proof the products work truly could be our only vital behavior if we're being blatantly honest. Be proof our products work is really the thing that matters the most. Obviously, the other 3 are important, right? You can't just be proof the products work and not tell people about it. So inviting certainly is important. And we all know that if you don't work on your brain as much as you work on your body, then your posture will crumble and it will make it harder for you to share this business. And we also know that by recognizing the success of others, it helps us in turn shout this as well. But none of it is possible if you're not doing thing number 1, which is be proof the products work. Doesn't mean having abs, doesn't mean looking any certain kind of way, but it does mean pressing play on one of our programs or committing to one of our nutrition programs or committing to our nutritional supplements. You guys, we have so many avenues now for you to be proof our products work. It's incredible. There is literally no excuse for you not to be connected in some way, shape, or form to a Beachbody or product or program every single day. And here's the thing, consistency is king. And I know you know that because your leader is one of the queens of consistency. But what I know is this, social media is beautiful and it is an incredible way for us to share this business. But what I need you to never miss a day on, there has never been a day, not one, since social media existence that I didn't share in some way, shape, or form that I either pressed play on my workout or I drank my shake or I drank my Energize, right? Like those are my 3 non-negotiables. And there was a point where I used to wonder, I'm like, do people really care that I'm drinking my Energize every single morning? Because every morning I get up, I show my workout outfit, I show my Energize, I show which workout I'm doing. I get message after message that simple consistency of knowing that I'm going to be up and show my workout outfit and show my Energize and show my workout is what motivates them to move or makes them want me as their coach. Here's the thing. People want a coach who's more consistent than they are. And when you falter, you're human. I get it. But the more times you falter, the less credible you are. The harder it will be for you to prove to others that you're the coach they need. When you give up on yourself, what you're telling the rest of the world is, I don't care enough about me, so I'm certainly not going to care enough about you. What we have to do is take it back to the message board days. Press play on our workout and share that with the world. Use your social media as your public accountability diary. I want you to not give 2 Fs whether or not somebody likes it, comments about it, sends you a message over it. If you're doing the work for 6 straight weeks, you should be every single day documenting what day it is that you're on. And then as it approaches close, what program are you going to next? And as that one approaches close, what program are you going to next? because somebody needs to know that you're not going anywhere. I am never, ever going to choose the coach who does a program, kind of, because people are coming to you because they lack the accountability they need. And if they lack accountability, well, then you lacking accountability isn't going to help them. They are going to look for that person who is solid as a rock, who shows up no matter what, no excuses. People message me all the time, oh my gosh, Danielle, how do you stay so motivated? I don't. I know that there are people counting on me every single day to show up. Therefore, if I move, I don't care. I don't miss. I don't have weights. I don't care. I figure it out. I don't miss. I'm going through IVF and can't work out anymore. I go, all right, you guys, I'm going to have to walk and really do those stinking containers. Vegan plan B, here I come. Shakeology is a non-negotiable, but you get the point. Your business is built on the foundation of consistency. And how you do that is really, really simple. You do the workout. And I know I'm probably preaching to a choir that potentially doesn't need to hear it, but I don't know. There are some of, coaches that seem pretty consistent that I'm like, they don't post it every single day, because somewhere in your head, you get this idea that you got to have the pretty preset and you got to do the fancy Instagram thing. And here's the deal. People would rather you be real. My cockatoo morning hair, if you don't follow me, during my Rise and Energize, I swear y'all, has gotten me more conversations and more prospects, because I'm not worried about showing up filtered. I'm worried about, hey guys, this is how I show up every single morning to press play on my workout. I drink that Energize, I wait for the magic tingles, I read my book, I press play, I drink my shake, and you know that's going to happen every single day, no matter what. So when I tell you that I'm aging in reverse, and that I want to help 41 people for my 41st birthday, you're all in, because you're like, yeah, whatever she's doing is working, because she shows up no matter what. One of the worst things you can do is give up on yourself, because every time you do that, the person who's been watching you is like, oh, well, she's probably going to let me give up on me. People want, it's kind of like, you may have heard this before, if you're working towards the goal, you're never going to ask for, if you're like at a level 5, you're not going to work with someone who's on a level 1. You want to work with someone who's like a level 6 or higher. It's one of the first reasons I reached out to Julie when I was trying to be a superstar diamond team for the first time. I was like, okay, who is what I aspire to be, but we're close enough that she would consider working with me. I wanted somebody who was at a level of mine, but a little bit higher, that gave me something to strive for. Well, that's what people want when they're looking for a health and fitness coach. They want somebody who either has the body they aspire towards, or the motivation that they aspire for, or the consistency that they're craving. You guys, people are craving consistency in their life, and for whatever reason, it's the thing they can't do. They can eat healthy for 6 days, but not 7. They can press play for 3 weeks, but not 4. They can read a book almost to the end, but not quite. And they're craving that person who can really show them how to show up every single day, no matter what. When you're tired, when you're sick, when it's not easy, that's what they need. And that's who you need to show up as. So find those moments in your story that you can be super consistent on every single day. What are those pieces? For me, it's my Rise and Energize. For Julie, I know she's going to get on. She's going to show me, like, do the Energize, do the things, right? Like, she's going to show me what shaker cup she's picking. Like, there's a reason these things work. It gives something for people to look towards. So, here are some areas you can be consistent. Doing your workouts. Seems like a no-brainer, right? But it blows my mind how many coaches, new coaches, old coaches, are like, yeah, but what's the training? What's the video? You want to know what the video is? It's 80-Day Obsession. It's Insanity Max 30. The video is the one that you press play on BOD. And I'm not telling you not to do trainings, but what I'm telling you is we got to go back. We got to go back to 96, you know, when Friends was still on the air, you know, and my hair was brown. No, just kidding. But we have to go back to when things were simple. When things were simple. When people were just like, oh yeah, so you do the workout, you tell people about it. Where else can you be consistent? Your shake. Nothing drives me crazier than all holy heck when someone's like, well, I just, you know, I'm good. I have extra Shakeology. I got to put it on pause. Who has extra Shakeology unless you're like me and you buy a bunch extra to give out to samples and make sure that you can share it with people? Ever since I figured out that I need to be drinking Shakeology every day, there's not a day I miss. And that means if I got to stir it up with a little bit of water and eat it like pudding in the middle of the airport, like there is not a single day, because that's how you show somebody that it's important. That's how you show somebody its value. When people tell you that Shakeology is too expensive, it's not their fault, it's yours. You haven't shown them why it is so critically valuable in your life. Where else can you be consistent? Energize. If we're being honest, I have to tell myself, do you really need to drink it today? You're not working out. Like, you know, already I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to be doing workouts, but I'm going to have to drink Energize for my walk. Clearly I need Energize for my walk. Obviously, you know, because for me, Energize is coffee. I don't drink coffee, so it's like, that is my thing. I like the taste. I don't shoot it, but if you shoot it, that's fine. But to me, that's an easy sell. It's an easy win every day. What is that yellow drink? What is the yellow drink? What does Energize mean, right? Like I love your Rise and Energize. Like these are the things that people are looking for consistency. This is an easy thing for you. This requires no investment out of your pocket that doesn't help you. And it requires very little thought up here. It's like on repeat. You know how when you go to drive somewhere different, but your car takes you to the post office or to your kid's school or to the grocery store, and you're like, oh, shoot, that's not where I was going. Why? Because you become on autopilot. And that's what these consistencies become in your business, okay? Yeah, like Julie says, takes no talent, TNT, okay? Now, the part that, like, I get where your struggle comes from is when people are inconsistent with personal development. Now, in the beginning, I was that person. I'm like, hold up. I work full time. I have 2 small kids, an unsupportive spouse. I'm trying to build this business. I'm teaching a bunch of group fitness classes. And you want me to fit in reading? To me, it seemed like the thing that would go first. And that is what a lot of coaches do. That is the thing that new coaches skip. It's the thing old coaches let slide. And it's honestly the piece I can tell immediately when someone's not doing. And so for me, one of the reasons I post that picture every stinking day is because it reminds me of people are watching. If you don't finish this book, or it takes you 3 months to finish one book, people are going to notice that, and that's a problem, number one. But number two, I know that what's up here matters more than what's down here. And challengers need to read books just as much as coaches. That's also why my Rise and Energize became a thing. What I teach my team is you drink your Energize. While you're waiting for those magic tingles, we all know it takes about 15 minutes, you sit down and you read. And then once you're done, you feel the tingles, you press play on your workout. And what a beautiful way to start your day. Gotten in your Energize, you fueled your brain, you fueled your body, you can move on. And even if you don't do it that way, maybe you've got a different routine. If you set up a routine for personal development, you'll be consistent with it. When you're consistent with it, you will notice changes in your business. And people will take notice, wow, Julie really reads a lot. Like, I want to coach. Because here's the thing, you don't go to the least educated doctor. You're never looking for the least educated person to help you with something. There's never a time when you're like, oh, okay, so you know nothing about this topic. Like when I was researching who was going to be the fertility team that helped us, I didn't go, all right, which one of these fertility places has been open the shortest and does no research and has no information? Which one of these is the least well-informed? So when you are ill-informed, again, it makes it, you want the coach who's more consistent than you and more informed than you. And even if you've only been a coach for one day, if I've started reading one chapter of a book, that makes me, in theory, more informed than the person who's watching me. So it is critical that you make that part of your daily habit. And then you share. And you guys, sharing back in the day was easy because there was no money attached to it, right? Like there was no Success Club points attached to it. There was no rank attached to it. So I guarantee if you went back to those founding coaches, if I went back to Robert and Melissa Hudgens on that message board before this existed, they didn't have a problem telling their neighbor about P90X. They didn't have a problem telling their coworkers about TurboGM. They just did because they loved it. Just like you have zero problem telling your neighbor about that new restaurant in town. Just like you have zero problem telling everybody you know to go to this new restaurant because you don't want it to shut down and you want it to do well. You didn't have to watch a video. You didn't have to have a script. You didn't have to ask the owner of the restaurant, can you please tell me exactly what you'd like me to say to my neighbor about the restaurant? You didn't have to do that. You just said, hey, girl, listen, oh my gosh, this restaurant is so amazing. I swear to gosh, their french fries are the best french fries I've had anywhere. And I've tasted a lot of french fries. And my server, she was so sweet. I can't tell you how many, like true life, like how many servers at restaurants are now customers or coaches on my team. Matter of fact, we visit this restaurant out here that I love called Veggie Nation. And she connected with me on social. And so the next time I came, she was like, I love your Rise and Energize. She was like, can you tell me more? And I was like, yeah, next time I come, I'm totally going to bring you some Energize packets. And of course I brought her a little bit more than just Energize, right? But that's like, it's so easy. That was easy. Yeah, of course I'll tell you about Energize. So what I want you to think about when you go to sharing is you don't need Julie to write you a script. You don't need anyone to tell you what to do. You don't need to watch a YouTube video. If you do, cool. Because yes, that is personal development. That is helping you fuel your brain and be more informed than the person who is potentially going to join your team or be in your challenge group. But you know what to do. You love, like I did 80-Day Obsession again. I genuinely love that program. It is not easy for me. It is not hard for me to share how much I love all our programs, how much I love Beachbody On Demand, how much I love the ability to travel with it, how much I love not having to leave my home, how much I love being able to have a 3-minute commute downstairs to do my workouts. That's not hard. Back when I first did my very first round of Insanity, which was my first program I ever did, the reason I went to Diamond and then 1-star and then 2-star and quit my job relatively quickly was because I loved Insanity so freaking much. I told every person at the elementary school I worked about it. I ran a fit club that all the teachers came to, and we all did Insanity because I loved it. And I knew nothing. And my upline at the time didn't share very much information with me, but I didn't need her to. I have a brand new coach. She is killing it, okay? Last month, out of nowhere, I'm just like checking Success Club numbers. And I'm like, I texted her, I'm like, hey girl, you have 14 SC points. And she wrote back, what's an SC point? And I wrote, it's Success Club. It's our points and reward system. And she writes back, oh, I just have some new customers I'm really excited about. She signed up to do Morning Meltdown 100. She's loving it. She has not asked me a single question. It is definitely not of my doing. She's been telling her kids play hockey. She's been telling all the hockey people. She got her husband to want to join along with her. She has just been emulating what I do. So she started, I was showing Darren earlier, she started her own little like list where she wanted 10 people to help this month. She already has 8. It's already this next month and she already has 10 Success Club points. Hasn't asked me a thing. And I messaged her, I'm like, oh, she hit Emerald this week. And I said, girl, you're Emerald. This is so amazing. And she goes, I think I finally have some questions for you, but I'm just really enjoying sharing how much I love this. That right there. I wish I could bottle that. That is what coaching is, you guys. That is what coaching is. It is coming in, it is pressing play on our workouts, it is falling in love with who we are and what we do, and just sharing that authentically. And sure, you can put a preset on your photo. And yes, I want you to take images that are clear and that matter. But honestly, at the end of the day, the people that are the most successful at this are the ones that are consistent AF, who are proof our products work, and who do not overcomplicate this business. I don't want a coach who comes in and needs me to hold their hand through the process, because they don't get it. They don't get the simplicity. And sure, I'm going to answer all your questions and I'm going to guide you along the way. But the end of the day, we need to take it back to 96, where all you did is you did P90X, got good results from doing a 90-minute yoga. You guys, like, think about how hard of a sell P90X was. It was expensive. You'd pay like $220 for a challenge pack just to get that one program and 1 month of shakes, and that was it. Okay? And back in the day, I think just the program was like $100 or $130 or something like that. It's expensive. It had pull-ups in it, for Pete's sake. Pull-ups. Okay? Everyone hates pull-ups unless you're my husband. Pull-ups, expensive, 60-minute to 90-minute workouts, right? Like, these were hard sells. But yet to this day, P90X is the #1 selling, producing fitness program of all time, because it got people results, and the people who did shared it like a cult. Social media was barely even a thing back then. But people were just telling everybody. Who was telling everybody? Who was telling everybody? No different than your favorite restaurant in town. So as we close out 2019, as we close out a decade and head into a new one, what I hope you will do is take back your business. And how you do that is by taking it back to 96, which means press play on your workout, drink your shake, drink your Energize, put collagen in it if you want to, eat out of the damn containers, or do Tubi mindset, whatever your jam is, because we have so many options, but share it every single day until Instagram explodes. Every single day. That's it. And sure, do a sneak peek if you want to. If that's still working for you, cool. But for me, I'm like the Danielle of 10 years ago, didn't have time to spend 3 days in a group to make a decision that only cost, even at my brokest, I didn't need 3 days to make a $160 decision. So you can do that. And if your team thrives on that, please do what works. I have some of my top coaches do that, and it still works for them. But I'm telling you what works for me, this 8-time elite, 2-time top 10, superstar diamond 2 coach, is every morning I wake up, I show them my workout outfit, drink my Energize, I show them what book I'm reading, I press play on my workout, I show them a couple clips from that workout. They know I drink my shake. They know I'm on calls like this. And I tell the real life humans that I meet in life. Our contractors here at the house, our drywall guys, are drinking Shakeology. We're so proud of them. We're like, you drink it just with water and chocolate? He's like, yeah, you told me to drink it. I just shake it in here. They bring their little shaker cups every day. The guy who did the home inspection on our house, Darren told him about it. He signed up to be a coach. Press and play on Live 4 every single day. That girl, that's our server, Veggie Nation, signing up for Rise and Energize. You know what I mean? Like this is what this business is. Just as much as it's social, it's remembering to talk to the people. And you guys are good at that. You guys have a really strong local team. You guys are really, really good at that. But don't forget about that. That every time you connect with a lady at Target and tell her to follow you on Instagram, and then she sees every morning, wow, she's so consistent. Like, I need that. I need that energy. next time you're in Target, she's going to reach out to you or she's going to message you. So my wish for you as you close out this year and you close out this decade is to grow a big business. And how you do that by doing less, but doing more of the things that matter. Less YouTube, more Beachbody on demand. Less fancy graphics, more drinking your Energize and handing it out to people you meet in public. Less worrying about what every other coach on social media is doing and doing what feels authentic and good to you. And taking it back to 96, where all you had to do was share your workout just like you'd share a restaurant, because it doesn't take talent, like Julie said. It just takes consistency, and that's what your future customer coach is craving. Somebody who is just one step above them, who is a little more informed, a little bit smarter, who has a little bit more knowledge, is a little bit more consistent, someone they can look up to and aspire to be like, and who is going to motivate them to pass that down along the way. So anyway, Julie, I hope that helps. But that's all I got.
That's brilliant.
I can take questions if anyone needs it.
Brilliant, brilliant. And you know, when you were talking, I was also thinking about my daughter, Jessie, who has been sharing, you know, all the time, Energize and Beach Bars and everything with all her college friends, and which you would think would be a harder sell, you know, college, except this is what she did this week. I didn't tell her to do this. She didn't see this on a YouTube. She said to her friend who's drinking Energize and Recover and loving it, you know, you could sign up to be a coach to save some money. You know, that's what my mom did for me. That's what I say. She goes, it's kind of like when you go check out of a store, rather than checking out as a guest, you just have an account. So that's kind of what it's like as a coach. And I went, who taught you? She goes, that just makes sense to me. And that's how she shared it. Do you think that girl's going to sign up to be a coach? Yes, because it's just that, like, she just shared it just like that. So just that whole idea of how can we most simply, what's the easiest way we can share? What's the easiest way we can, like, taking it down in your math terms, Danielle, the common denominator that we can share. What was the common denominator for P90X? Like, I know for Danielle and I, probably when someone goes, well, I'm not sure what Beachbody is, what's the first thing you say to them? I usually go, well, you know, P90X and Insanity. And everyone says yes. You know, so when you think about how much P90X revolutionized the entire fitness world, and that was all those years ago before social media, why are we relying so heavily on social media to do the work for us? Gosh, Danielle, when you and I started, I started a couple of years before you, but I think we were still on MySpace. And then it was Facebook. It was long before Instagram came, and we're so dependent on that now. And like you said, we feel like we have to have all these graphics and all these story templates and all this whatever. And really, they just want to see us showing up every day doing the thing.
Because nobody wants, I'm not going to sign up with a coach who, first of all, when you take the time to make all those fancy graphics and to do all the things, the person watching you is like, oh, shoot. Mm-hmm. That means I'm going to have to make all the fancy graphics and do all the things, right? What they see is what they duplicate or what they believe they have to duplicate. Mm-hmm. And so by keeping it simple, you're also teaching them that they can keep it simple, which makes it far more likely for them to be a working coach. Mm-hmm. Far more likely to be a working coach. And when you think about back, P90X, not only, did they not have social media, they didn't have Beachbody on Demand. It was like, that was it. That was the one program. Yep. Yet that is still, he and that program are still more recognizable. You ask somebody if they've heard of Autumn, probably not. Maybe if they're connected to the fitness world, they heard of Joel? No. They heard of Jericho? Probably not. Right? And so if you think about it, that word of mouth that spread P90X, pre-Instagram, pre-Facebook, is more powerful than the engine we have running today. And when you think about that, I'm not telling you to get off of social. For God's sakes, that's where I build 98% of my business. But I'm saying use it in a way that's essentially what the door-to-door sales of back then were, which is if you're just showing consistently that this is how you're getting results, and that you're showing up no matter what, even when it's not hard, and that there are consistent pieces to it, and that it doesn't require a lot. But it doesn't require a lot. One of the number one things I hear from people as an objection to becoming a coach, at least, is, oh, I can't do live videos. I don't want to make fitness videos. I don't want to get on and talk to the camera a bunch. Ooh, I don't want to do all that. Well, you don't have to. You just got to get good results. You're going to share those results with your family and your friends. And 9 times out of 10, when I have a coach who's stuck and plateaued in their rank, they're not super committed to anything. When you truly, I was one of those people. I was stuck at 9-star, trying to get to Superstar Diamond in my first business center, and I was dabbling, so I wouldn't complete a full program from start to finish. I was doing her programs, and it was Jeremy Rudd at the time said, do a non-Shanti program, because I had never done one, from start to finish. I did the 21-day fix alongside reading 21 Irrefutable Laws. I know that because I came upon those notes today. And you guys, that was like, I had one of my highest success club point months ever. And that really started me down the train towards Superstar Diamond, because that when you are committed to a program, that discipline spills over into the rest of your life, and it spills into your business. And I know you hear this like nonstop, but for some reason, for some people, it's not sinking in. There's no amount of trainings and no amount of graphics that can replace the mundane work that needs to be done every single day. And what's cool about that mundane work is that it makes you healthier and happier long-term.
I think too that a lot of people get caught up in that, well, I have to create something for stories. I have to create all this. And what you've just shared is actually, no, you're just documenting what's happening every day. You're not creating anything. You should never get up with this angst, like, what am I going to say or do first thing on stories? Well, the first thing I'm going to say or do is the first thing that I'm doing in my day. I'm just documenting that what I'm doing first is energize, and then I'm pressing play, and then whatever it is, you're documenting your day. So there's just no worry about, gosh, what do I just don't know if I have anything to say on social. You don't have to worry about that. Just document what you're doing. And if what you're doing is connected to our products and programs, you're showing consistency. It's not about creating amazing stories. It's about documenting your life. If you're not trying to recruit Beyonce, all right? You don't need a Beyonce life. You're recruiting you who needed Beachbody too. So Beyonce can get her own coach, someone else. You're not recruiting Beyonce. So you don't have to think, well, gosh.
You don't have time anyway.
You don't have time to be a coach. So I think, people always say, well, I'm just going to Target. That's so boring. Really? Because I bet there's a lot of other moms out there who want to know what you're getting at Target, what you're doing at Target, how you organize Target, all of that. So stop trying to create and just be documenting every day and be documenting consistently. Does anyone have specific questions? We're only taking questions from people who are on Zoom. Does anyone, I know a couple of you just put like a little thank you in there, which is amazing. Anyone have any specific questions that you want to ask? You want to type them in the Zoom chat, or you just want to unmute and
we're like, no, we're over.
You answered all that question. We're like, well, what is there to ask? Get up, freaking make your energize, press play, drink a shake, and go read your book. Like, how hard
I wish there was more to it than that. I wish there were. When people ask me about my team and my success, I'm like, I wish I could tell you something more than that. There are days where I almost feel like bad, like I should be doing more, but that's what it is. And when you keep it simple and you keep it focused, and you keep the main thing, things happen.
I think we think that people get bored of seeing the thing over and over again, and they don't. And Danielle and I have learned that in group fitness. Like, we get bored of our playlist long before anyone else even notices what the playlist is. And we think we have to change it up. They don't even know. So you just keep showing up with documenting your day. They're not getting bored of it. Jessie tells me all the time, the people that she gets up and watches on Instagram stories every morning doing the same thing. She goes, so fascinating. There they are. I know they're going to make their energized just like I am. And they're doing and she's watching them every morning, not because they're crazy, because they're other college kids who are also Beachbody coaches that she's following, because they're getting up and doing the same thing she's doing every day. And she goes, it's just cool to open up stories. And there they are doing the same thing I'm doing every day. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
Documentation. Okay, so April, where are you? Are you ready to do our drawing? Okay, we've got 3 books to give away, Danielle, tonight. April's in charge of She's in charge of our drawing. She makes, it's a really complicated method that we have here. April writes down people's names during the call.
It works.
And then she draws them. It's very complicated. Unmute yourself, April. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can. Yep.
All right, first name. Kristen. There was no last name for Kristen.
Kristen. I thought I saw two Kristens. Nope, just one. Just says Kristen's iPhone. Kristen. Yeah. I don't know where you are. There you are, Kristen. Kristen, you know the drill. Facebook message me so I have your address. Yay, Kristen, you're getting a book this week. Okay, next.
Next one up is Bianca Suarez.
Bianca, where's Bianca?
She was on earlier. Right here.
Oh, there you are, Bianca. Okay, you know the drill. Facebook message me so I have your address.
Awesome.
Yay. Okay, last one.
Lakin Applegate or Lakin
or Larkin?
I tore part of her name when I was staring at it. She may not be on anymore.
Oh, then she can't win. Draw again.
Okay, sorry.
Must be present to win.
Jennifer Moore.
Yay, Jennifer. Jennifer was the first one on today, so she should definitely win.
Yeah.
Nice job, Jennifer. Jennifer, Facebook message me your address, okay? Okay, cool. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for being on. Danielle, thank you so much for sharing your time. This was amazing. Recording will go on the YouTube channel. You know, it stays in the team page as well, streaming live. So thanks so much for being on tonight, y'all. We'll see you next week.